time on Roadkill, we're bringing Pro Street back to America. Pro Street Madness, the best hide-and-seek game ever, and we win our first burnout contest. Woo! Look at that pink car. Yeah!
You're very flannelly today.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, very lumberjack of you. Oh, wow. Oh, this is cool.
This is not what I expected.
I had no idea we were going to like a Mopar racing emporium.
These are actual nice cars.
This time we are going 90s Pro Street style. We're here at Wesley Motorsports in Lansing, Michigan, and we're picking up a gem of a car that I have never even seen before.
Oh, it's not pink.
It's not?
No, it's like raspberry.
Oh, you're right. It's got pearl on it, doesn't it?
I thought it was a pink car, which would have been totally fine with me.
This is pink. It just has purple pearl. I obviously have never seen this in person. Oh, it's grosser than I thought.
Look at the interior.
It's a little too absorbent for my taste.
No, that's gonna be comfy. Like when we're like freezing to death on the side of the road, we will be comfortable in there.
It does look comfy.
All I really wanna know is what's under the hood and is there a heater?
It does smell like mold a little bit. Not as bad as our norm.
We know how to fix that.
There we go.
Oh, velocity stack.
Oh, dude, it's not a 440.
This is an Oldsmobile, dude.
What? No, it's not. This is not a 440.
It's not?
No, it's not an Oldsmobile. It's a 383 Mopar.
Oh, the valve covers are throwing me off. They're shaped very similar to a 455 Oldsmobile valve cover. But then there's the distributor and the,
yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 440, but it doesn't have the pad right here. It's under the distributor, so it's a 383 or even a 361, and it looks bone stock. Look, it's an iron intake. Does have headers.
Don't let that distract you from the fact that at one time, this was a show car. Look, the firewall is color matched. This was a nice car.
Oh, look, it's got the hood scoop funneling the rain directly down the velocity stack.
Oh, dude, precision.
Look how it kind of looks like an overinflated 79 Mustang. It's like the same style as a Fox Coupe, but...
Yeah, it looks like an 80s kind of T-Bird looking thing right here in this area.
What we're looking at here is a 1980 Dodge Mirada. It's a J-body, the same as like a Chrysler Cordoba. They only made these things from 1980 to 1983, and they were like the final fling for a rear-wheel drive V8 car for Chrysler at the time. As a matter of fact, these were only available with a small block, and this thing has a big block in it, so somebody did a swap. Way back when, they tried to race these in NASCAR, but they were a dismal failure. The body style looks so like 1979 Fox body, but larger. It's super weird. This particular one had to have been modified circa 1991 or 1992. That's the only explanation for like the raspberry pink paint and the heartbeat graphic on the side, and of course, the big schnoz hood scoop. This thing is pure 1990s Pro Street. Why would we buy this car? Well, aside from just the general because roadkill, I have been like craving a Pro Street car. And when I came across this thing, it wasn't really the style that I wanted, but it immediately flashed me back to my earliest days as a staffer on Hot Rod Magazine. I remember my first Street Machine Nationals in Quoin, Illinois in 1992, and the whole place looked like this. And so what we're gonna do is pick this thing up here at Wesley Motorsports in Lansing, Michigan, and drive it all the way to Quoin, Illinois. And it's gonna rain the entire time, which will be great on those big fat Pro Street tires. And in Quoin, we're actually gonna go to the fairgrounds where the whole Pro Street thing started. The Quoin Fairgrounds is like the Mecca. In the old days, they would get 3,000 or 4,000 Pro Street cars down there. Now, I have to answer for a lot of you, what is Pro Street? I've discovered that some of the younger people have no idea. Well, what it means is the car is tubbed, meaning the rear wheel tubs have been replaced with semicircular, giant, half a trash can looking tubs to hold big, fat meats. That's it. Pro Street is tubbed. Your Pro Touring car is not Pro Street. Your Drag Week typical car is not Pro Street. This is Pro Street. Okay, starting fluid. You want to make it actually run?
Does sound like the ignition shuts off.
Where's the ballast resistor? Aha, that's why. That's disconnected.
Oh.
That explains it. I fixed it.
Man's a genius. They don't even need this. Yeah, it's got fuel.
Wow, it even idles. We're good to go.
That sounds remarkably good.
We're doing burnouts.
You don't want to look in the radiator. It's mostly rust.
Okay. Did you like my ace repair?
That was impressive.
This is full.
Because I don't even know what a ballast resistor does.
It's a resistor to reduce voltage to the coil for the electronic ignition.
Okay.
And when you're cranking, they bypass it so it's full voltage. And when you let go, it goes through that ballast resistor. So when it was disconnected, it was shutting off the ignition as soon as I stopped cranking.
I'm not going to pretend I still understand that, because I still don't.
I want to see the suspension. Oh, wow. This is not done well.
No?
It is back halved with a rectangular tube.
Is it going to break in half?
And it does have a gas tank out of who knows what mounted sideways between the wheels. And it has a panhard, but it's on leaf springs. How was this ever driven enough to get the rear end that dirty? This is a ProTrack 445. This has a lot of wheel well room. You could probably put a 3-inch wider tire in it with the right wheel.
I'm so confident in it, I'm just going to get in and buckle up. If you have to do any backing up, just let me know.
Ooh, like I'm driving a couch. Ooh, power steering works. Wonder if the brakes work.
It sounds like a motorhome, but it looks like a race car.
Kinda. Okay. Ready?
We need to test it.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe it does need to just warm up.
Maybe if I eject the cassette. Merle Haggard,
Wow! I wouldn't have expected that.
Dude, me neither.
Maybe I can drive it in circles while we're warming it up. This thing's a roach. There we go. All right, it's warming up now. It's starting to get good.
It did do something. I don't know if that's tire smoke or coming from the crankcase.
I'm not sure either.
Dude, this is a motor.
Oh.
What did you just do?
I don't know.
Felt like something fell out of the bottom of this car.
Yeah, it did. Maybe it needs to go the other way.
I don't think it's gonna run better going the other way.
There we go. We're out of here.
Very nice, very nice.
That's on the floor.
That does not run good at all.
It runs pretty bad. Yeah. That needs some help.
Wow. Maybe it's just really bad gas.
It could be. It's still on the floor.
That's its happy place, you know? You're right in the wheelhouse.
Now I'm lifting. Ah, it's much happier right there.
Yeah.
How's the sofa?
It's pretty good, actually. I've got a pretty good barrier between me and the mold.
All right, so new short-term goal, make it run well enough to do a burnout. Oh, it just like kicked in. Did you hear that?
Yeah, man, you found the camshaft.
What just happened?
Dude.
I was holding steady throttle and it all of a sudden took off. The thing is, I think this is the realistic experience of Pro Street in the 90s. I think most of these cars ran exactly like this.
22 mile an hour.
All they did is cruise the fairground and foul plugs. We've gone 8 miles. Here's what we know so far. First of all, the battery just completely died at a gas station. So does the alternator work? I don't know. The other thing we know is that it runs terrible, but our operating theory right now is that it's got 2-year-old gas in it. It hasn't been driven in that long. Who knows? Maybe low voltage is also affecting that. So we're gonna run and get a battery. There's a parts store nearby, and hopefully get this thing fixed.
High performance.
Hey, perf. That's sweet. That is like the velocity stack version of flipping the air cleaner lid. I like it.
Dude. And it's gonna deflect the rain.
I'll give it a shot.
Part of our running problem could be a voltage problem. This cable is unhappy.
weird, because obviously somebody cared about it and spent a lot of money on it sometime in the late 80s or early 90s, but then it's got this turd motor in it and this hack wiring and everything, and it's obviously been neglected. It's sort of a mishmash of good and bad. Here's a tip. I don't know if the alternator works. There's a center in the back of the alternator that will be magnetized when it's running if it's charging. And if I can get to it without arcing, I'm gonna see if it works. Okay, yep, that works. Why would you build a plush, non-drag racing fairground cruising pink vehicle like this and then put like a 488 gear in it so that it's revving 3,000 RPM at 55 miles an hour with like a 33-inch tall tire on the back?
Well, duh, for the ladies. Nothing says romance to a woman like a vibrating, loud, ill-handling, obnoxious pink car driving down the road that won't keep up with traffic.
It's actually driving pretty good.
It rides nice.
You just don't want to have wide open, but aside from that, it's all right.
Big tires for the win.
It's still here. So did you notice that it's sun's out today?
Yeah, it's gonna be better. What's this?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, no way.
Boom.
No way, they even matched the car.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Mopar, dude. It's 91 all over again. Uh-oh. This is ungood.
What'd you do?
It's a whole lot of oil leaking out from under somewhere. Oh, it's dripping. It's gas. There's gas leaking out of the car.
If we drive fast enough, it's not a problem. I think it's because you parked it on a hill, see? These glasses will protect me from any fire or fury or a woman scorned. Block out all the hate.
I came prepared.
Dude, let's go.
Dude, it's dumping gas on the ground.
You just gave me these glasses. I have to drive with them. We're talking a controlled drip here.
Okay, let me in.
It's 36 degrees. We'll be fine.
Won't be a fire. Parts store is 8 miles, and it's my side that's gonna catch on fire. The outside of the window's already fogged up. Oh. Ooh, don't make sparks.
On the side of the road?
Do not make sparks.
Hey, my window's defrosting.
Oh yeah, mine is too. The heat is blowing out from under the hood from the angry big block. Drives pretty good, huh?
It really does. It's pulling to the left.
Yeah.
But other than that,
feel a snappy shift from that torque flight.
oh, this thing's menace to everything around it. Whoa, a horse and buggy.
Yeah,
Dude, are we in Amish country?
apparently.
And this is why we don't drive on the highway.
Taking the back roads to Quoin, Illinois.
There's another one.
Yeah. Also enclosed.
I think they're going to work.
Oh, probably.
You know, it's rush hour. We must seem like aliens to them.
I think they're pretty used to it. Okie dokie. This is not going as well as I thought it might.
It's going great.
First of all, we've got the massive fuel leak that Mike won't fix.
No problem.
And now we've got the dead battery problem. It seems like the alternator's not actually charging, even though I did the magnetic trick on it. I think it's maybe the voltage regulator. So I'm gonna run and get a voltmeter and find out what's going on. Yeah, look how the fuel is now fuel colored instead of like orange Gatorade colored.
You know, on second thought, it's a really long road trip, and we have days ahead of us with which to tackle another job like
Bingo.
this. So let's do these two problems, won't start and exploding, and then wait for something else to add on to the problem with the plugs.
Well, see, I think that the acceleration problem is gonna solve itself with voltage and fuel.
Usually does.
Yeah.
You know, science.
Voltmeter, it's one of these new auto-ranging ones I can't stand.
You might not need that when I tell you this.
11.5 volts.
Should the regulator be leaking down the firewall?
Oh no! Wow. All the goop melted out of the back of it. Okay, we need a new voltage regulator.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a factory option.
I'm gonna say you troubleshot that pretty well.
Season 10.
Yeah. This thing is off, and it has in fact melted all of the potting out of the back of it. Thing is, that's not the voltage regulator. I have no idea what it is. The voltage regulator is right there. We'll replace that too. I didn't know what this doohickey is. Google says that it is an EGR time delay switch, which I determined because it had an original Chrysler part number on it. So I'm thinking that maybe we're not charging because this thing's drawing so much because something went wrong and it's melting itself. So I just took it off. I grounded our voltage regulator better, and now we're gonna have to get a jump start off the video van and find out if it's charging. Nada?
No charge.
Okay. Aha. Whoa. Okay. We have a wire that needs to be fixed. That's super sketchy. Shut it off. Wires on the back of the alternator are super crusty, and when I wiggled them, the engine almost wanted to shut off, and that's really sketchy. These are the field terminals on the back of the alternator. So we'll be fixing that. You'll notice, by the way, I got the wire that's color matched to the car. Okay. All right. Ready to start? And the moment of truth. Fixed. We now have 13 bolts. So what I did is fixed a wire that was loose on the back of the alternator and all falling apart. And also I ran a charge wire directly from the back of the alternator to the battery just to bypass all of the rigmarole that's going up through the dash and all that stuff. We're good.
Let's ride.
All right, you done inconveniencing the parts store?
I am, and once again, we're only down to one problem, which means there's no point in staying here working on anything else. You gotta wait till you have two problems, then you stop.
The fire's only on my half of the car, I get it. Rolling, steam rolling, it's our giant meats. And now the exhaust fell off. It looks like it's just the collector bolts, so we're gonna have to rob some bolts off someplace else on the car in order to bolt that triangular 3-bolt flange back together. We only need 2. So let's take one off here and one off there and those nuts, and we're home free.
All right, core support nuts, fender brace, bolts. We are back in business.
Working on working. Done. We're finally gonna fix the fuel leak, not because of explosion hazard, but because of performance. You stand on it and it just sort of still wants to lay over. Maybe it's fuel delivery, I don't know.
That's a goal I can get behind.
Yeah,
Risk of endangerment? Nah.
not so much.
Poor economy? Nah. Poor performance? We can't have that.
I found under here that there's 2 sections of little rubber line and a piece of aluminum line, and somewhere there's a crack in the hose, and so I'm gonna replace it and hopefully fix both problems. Okay, now this gets ramrodded. Okay, fixed. That's all win. I'm getting blinded though. I need my, thank you. Boom. Here's the thing, we don't really feel like hitting the highway again tonight because there's a steakhouse right there and we're big TV stars, so the producers are gonna take us out to, you know, Longhorn. And so in order to test the wide open throttle capability, we're gonna have to do a burnout.
It does sound better. Oh man, this is gonna be cool.
It's doing it. It's doing it. I'm wide open. We got it. Oh, it shifted. Don't do that. Is it not smoking? I can't even get arrested for this.
Weak! That wheel is so bent, dude.
Oh, wait, not ready yet. All right, now that we've selfied, we're on the road.
Just missing the fanny pack and the parachute pants. And technically, if we go straight, it's only 266 miles to Quoin, which means I feel as if we have time to goof around, see the sights, appreciate it.
Oh, that hurt. Good thing there's no oil pressure gauge so that I don't know if it's now 0.
Would you stop if it was?
No,
Okay,
that
then.
hurt. Okay, that burnout last night was horrible.
Yeah.
It was wide open, and it was in first. It kept shifting, and it was too gutless. Hey, better. Fixed.
That seemed better.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm all about the wide open throttle today.
It's accelerating.
This is great.
That is new.
Yep.
Dude, you're right. It was sucking air in through the fuel line.
Yep. You know, for those of you watching at home who've never driven a Pro Street car and you're wondering what the experience is like with those big, massive tires on the back, you honestly don't really notice.
Nah.
It's just like driving a regular car. Yeah, I've got breaking news. The fuel gauge actually works in this.
What?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Just fell in love with this car all over again.
Our new fuel system just makes me want to do this.
Do it, man. We got a full tank unleaded. 255 miles to go.
Now we're Pro Streetering.
And no rush to get there.
275 horsepower.
Might even be 276. Ah! Did we get it up to 70? That was amazing.
I don't know if the speedo worked.
Sleepy part of town right here. This is cool, man.
Oh, look at that theater, Will Rogers Theater. Wow, look at that though. That's neat. 1922 building. There's the obligatory war memorial. 1900 building.
All right, this has been our coolest downtown yet.
Yep, we've had a lot of good downtowns. It should be right here on the left. Wow, that's 100% still here.
Ooh.
That is cool.
That looks drivable.
This is like the one that we did in Colorado, which by the way is now a housing development. Wow. This is cool. One of the things I like to do on our random road trips is find abandoned old drag strips, and this is one of them. This is Motion Raceway in Assumption, Illinois, and if you believe the interwebs, it ran from 1970 through 1983. The original owner ran it the entire time from what I read and just bailed at some point.
The part I'm tripping on, right, is we drove in on this road. This road is clearly being used. It's next to the farm.
Yeah.
Are those the owners? And if so, why are they not just making hit after hit every day down here?
Maybe we can handle that.
This is gonna be awesome. Let's go sightseeing. We'll drive casual.
Yeah, that was the burnout box for sure.
Yeah.
I got excited.
So maybe we can see the starting line right about here.
Yeah, here, somewhere.
Where would the tree have mounted?
Yeah, the tower would have been over here.
Dude, the snack bar is still there.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
very few of them have this much remaining tarmac.
Yeah. What a waste. Because like, farm there, they're not farming here. You should be racing.
I read that it was a 1/4 mile, but it's 3,000-foot track. And so when the cars got too fast, they actually changed to 1,000 feet, like way before NHRA changed to 1,000 feet.
They're pioneers.
Yeah.
I like that there's a mailbox here. Jones.
This is cool. See how this mailbox that's still here says Jones on it? The founder of this track, and apparently the guy who ran it the whole time, was John Jones. And I said it was in Assumption, Illinois. The address here is actually Moeaqua or Moaqua. I don't know how to pronounce the local town. Sorry, folks, but that's neat. That's really cool. History and stuff.
Do it.
Let's go.
It's not. This thing is such a turd. Tomorrow we need to pick up a set of needle nose vice grips and pinch off the rear brake line.
Yes.
So we have line lock effect. And stop.
Okay. It just wants to race.
Nah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Amber, 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 amber. Was 5 ambers before, I believe, 1986. And then it went to 3.
Donuts again?
We should probably leave now.
Yep.
Post haste.
Okay.
Boom.
Bye, Farmer John.
We did it. Ocean Raceway. Handled.
Crossed it off the list. And it's still running. 5 ambers, that's right. I think I left on the 3rd one.
Hey.
All good?
Yeah, can we go one more time? I'm just kidding.
Okay. Because it was just sort of a stunned glance at each other. Mike killed a caterpillar. Okay. We made it this far.
Yeah.
I think it's like 500 miles so far.
Yeah, I think we're only like 40 from the fairground.
That's about right. So this is our last drive on our way to the Quoin State Fairgrounds here in Illinois. The reason that that's important is that is the home of the Street Machine Nationals and the origins, really, of Pro Street. Although, do you actually know the origins of Pro Street?
I do not.
I do.
What?
Are you ready to get schooled? I'll do the really fast version. So, big tires were always a thing for traction, right? But in the early days, people would radius fender wells and let them stick out. By the time the Pro Stock class was founded in 1970, guys started taking the fat tire and tucking them under the quarter panel. And that was the key to the whole thing. So like a 1972, like Dick Landy Challenger, that is the origins of Pro Street.
Narrow rear ends.
Yeah, narrowed rear ends, tub, exactly. And then to me, the very first Pro Street car was a guy called Steve Lisk, who had a Hemi 71 Challenger that was really nothing more than the Motown Missile Pro Stock car, but in a street car. But it wasn't Pro Street, it was street race at the time. Hardcore street racing. After that, the very first car that was like Pro Show would have been Scott Sullivan's, I think it was a 66 or 67 Nova. And that came out and was the Carcraft Street Machine of the Year in 1979. And it was tubbed and it was full show car. But at that point, that's when it started to get out of control. In 1986, Rick Dauberton had that Pontiac J2000 with the valve spring rear suspension and a zillion colors and like...
I remember that car.
Blowers, turbos, nitrous, all on the same engine.
Yeah.
And that's where it just took off into the realm of super ridiculous show car. And then there was Matt and Debbie Hayes', I think 88 Thunderbird that was pink with a graphic similar to that, and that's what started all of this. And then it carried on into the 90s and fortunately turned into actual race cars and went from there.
And now it's back, because it's been like 30 years, so
Yeah.
why not?
The one fail that we've had so far, though, is no burnouts. So I did bring with me my poor man's line lock. Let's hit the road and figure that out.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Not running great. It has run better.
It's run worse, though, too.
It has the mystery tune-up, really.
See, the only rule here is don't enter.
Is that what it
It
says?
doesn't say don't burn out.
Okay, we might be able to make this happen. Wow. I'm gonna let you just go ahead and handle that.
All right. If you ever find yourself in a situation in life where you just don't have enough power, these are the solution. I'm gonna clamp this on the rear brake line. I'm gonna disable the brakes. This man is going to smoke these tires, and then we're going to get arrested.
Is it gonna work?
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey! We got this! We got it!
There we
It's
go.
happening.
2,900 RPM for the win.
Ooh, it's pinging pretty bad.
That was our most successful burnout yet in this car.
I kind of liked it.
How are the brakes? You still stop?
Let me see. That's what I was gonna check over here.
Oh, yeah, we're
They
fine.
feel weird.
Corvette's coming back too.
Yeah, he is.
During the burnout, there was a yellow Corvette that kept driving by. And when we left, he started following us, and so Finnegan wanted to do a game of hide and seek.
The Corvette guy's immediately behind us.
Let's take him odd places, like a lingerie store, a pawn shop. Can't catch us, Mr. Corvette guy. We're not quitting. We're gonna keep going. Don't give up, keep going. This is way more fun. We could lose him amongst all the trucks in here. Just keep driving around in circles. Keep going, keep going.
You behind us?
He's following. Just keep going. I'd go down that row and then come back out this one. Let's just keep this guy going, dude. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Is he still behind
He
us?
said he pulls into the parking lot. Keep going. Yeah, he went that way. Keep going. Go down here.
We've never been such jerks to a fan before.
Oh, we'll stop eventually. There he is. He's behind us now.
Is he coming out?
I like a Ford Falcon.
Oh, don't come back. Oh, I should have gone the other way.
All right, keep going.
Hey, yellow Corvette guy, we don't actually hate you. This is just really entertaining for some reason.
Hide and seek with cars is fun.
Yeah,
Let's just do this for an entire episode.
that would be funny.
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
You ever played automotive hide and go seek before?
Not until today.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
We were just leaving the alleged scene of a crime,
That was fun.
I noticed
and
that.
we saw you come back, and I'm like, oh, no, if we start doing things, he's gonna start doing things.
No.
Run, Dave.
He made me do it.
I did. We got to that one parking lot, and you came in. He's like, what do I do? I'm like, go there, turn around, drive in a circle,
I
confuse
can't
him,
believe
drive
you
back
drove through all
out.
the semi-trucks.
Oh, yeah.
So why were you following us? You watched the show or what?
I've been watching the show ever since episode 1. Always been subscribed to Hot Rod Magazine. You know, I just came to town today to run some errands, and I was like, it's him, you know?
Cool. So this is hilarious. For some reason, after we're doing our burnout, this guy in the yellow Corvette starts following us everywhere. And so Mike's like, ditch him, ditch him. We start pulling into gas stations, coming back out, going through a semi-truck parking lot, hiding behind trucks, going into a different parking lot. It was really funny. And I felt bad though. And so fortunately, we ditched him, but our producer found the guy, brought him over here so that we could say hi and good times. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Now we gotta go hit the road to Quoin. Oh, dude. on our way to a car show, and it's a little embarrassing that we haven't detailed this thing to this point.
You gotta get the mold off
There we go.
before you can squeegee her.
That's the action.
Let the sheen come through.
Ready? Whoosh. Look at that.
Oh, man,
Wow.
I tell you what, the mold is just gonna allow the water to bead off of this thing.
That is sweet.
Treat the car good and it'll treat you back.
I feel good about our detail work.
Oh, yeah.
No one else is gonna show up at that level of shine.
Here we go.
If we can outrun a Corvette, we can outrun the rain.
The Quoin, here we go. Pro Street Paradise. Nothing can stop us now.
Yeah. This has been one of our better driving, most reliable cars. We only had to fix the charging system and the fuel leak and something else I don't remember.
You're trying to not make us get there.
Right.
Is that what's going on here? Put that out into the universe and all of a sudden this thing's gonna catch on fire now and the steering wheel's gonna fall off.
See, now we've never had that ending to a show. If it burned to the ground, it would be the first time in the history of Roadkill. And it might be all right.
I'd be a little sad.
I might be a little.
Headbanger's Ball is a good car. It's got character.
Wow. Flashback. First time I was here almost 30 years ago, 1992.
Oh, there's a bunch of cars here. This is great.
Oh, look at the crowd. I can't believe these people showed up for this. Cool. Oh, look at that Vega, dude.
Wow.
Oh, this is genius.
Oh,
Look at
dude,
the crowd.
Look at that.
Look at the Geo Metro. The Fury, Impala, the Corvette. What is that?
What is that?
This is awesome.
Oh my goodness.
We made it. We lived. Oh man, thanks everyone for showing up. This is awesome. First time I was here was Street Machine Nationals 92, and the last time was probably 96. Man, this is cool. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Let's look at cars.
Yeah, let's do that with a sandwich.
Ooh, smoke truck, meat. All right. This episode worked out exactly as I'd hoped, which is unbelievable for Roadkill. It has been the full Pro Street experience for me, and this is like a homecoming. We're here at Quoin State Fairgrounds in Illinois. This was the home of the Street Machine Nationals for so long. It was a car show with like 3,000 or 4,000 cars, and really where Pro Street was born, where it took off. And Mike Cotton, who you know from the Faster with Finnegan show, was able to put together for us all of these guys showing up with nothing but steamroller tire Pro Street cars. And for me to be back here probably for the first time since I'm gonna say 1996 is really awesome. So this is a big homecoming. I've never had my own fat tire car, but we made it in the Mirada. And there's only one thing left to do, and that is another attempt at a big burnout. Maybe one of these guys can do better than us. Let's do it. There's a lot of really cool cars here.
Yeah.
All our friends who showed up here, our new Pro Street friends. Woo! Perfect. Light them up.
The metal plate may work in our favor.
To start with, but then it gets grippy.
Wow,
Need to back in.
This is professional. Yeah, they got chains and concrete and all that. Like, they want us to do this.
Here we go. Ah, come on! I told you it was gonna get gription. There we go.
There we go, there we go.
We're living the Pro Street life. Woo! Slowly. Yeah, that's not bad. It's getting traction. No! Come on, guys. Look at the sizzle, the bacon. Okay, who's gonna do better than us? Who's up? Who's next?
I felt really good about our chances of winning the burnout contest, you know, because lame. But then this guy rolled over, and now I think we're gonna lose after this truck moves. Oh no, wait, that's a good amount of smoke. Maybe we are gonna lose twice. Oh. Uh-oh.
Who knows? Maybe we'll win.
Yeah, the F100, I don't feel like was that much better. Come on, car. There we go. There we go. There we go. Woo! It's hot. It's very warm.
We're actually winning this.
I like the seat cover. You got this. Sounds like it's got a spool or something in it.
Yep.
Come on. Come on.
I don't feel so bad now.
Oh. There we go. There we go.
Ooh, here comes the Challenger TA. We're totally peer pressuring these people right now. I say we still hold the championship. Nobody's willing to kick rods in order to beat us.
There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Very well, very well.
This truck is cute. That has big meats.
There we go, there we go. All right, there we go. Come on.
Don't turn that steering wheel towards me.
I'm about to get my own show.
We can do better than this. All right, we win! Hey, we won our first Pro Street Burnout contest! Woo!
Well, that car was pretty terrible and kind of exactly what I was hoping for. And the road trip was great. Yeah, we had to stop and fix some stuff, but you know what? That's the price you pay for picking up your junk sight unseen and hitting the road. And without it, where's the adventure? You know what? I really have to thank all of the people who came out to the Quoin State Fairgrounds with their legit Pro Street cars and gave me just an ultimate flashback with our pink Mirada and all those other far superior cars. And you know what our issue is at this point? Is we just don't have the horsepower. And we need it. So if we ever build brutal power for the Mirada, you will see it on an upcoming episode of Roadkill.
It's not just Merle Haggard, it's his best.
Oh.
Back to the bar rooms again. Wake up, roses in winter, the running kind. That's just side one. I don't want to sober up tonight when my blue moon turns to gold again. Love me when you can, Leonard.
Leonard?
Well, if you just you put pauses in all the wrong places, the titles get way more interesting.
This time on Roadkill, it's a battle of the winter beaters and a completely unexpected road trip.
And a snowball to the face.
I knew that was gonna happen. Also, the discovery of my brand new Dragoneer project car. All that and this on this episode of Roadkill.
That's me.
Back to freezing cold Roadkill.
They should really make these trash bags with, like, grip on them.
It's got style, though. Here we are for the very first Roadkill shoot of 2022. We're at the old Kaiser aluminum manufacturing plant up in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, this place looks dangerous. I like it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, it's like 2020, 2021, the whole world got roadkilled. The same thing's happening to us right now. We intended to have like a big shootout of cars and stuff here, but what happened is like half our crew is sick with the COVID. Nobody can actually get on an airplane because the whole world is sick and they're canceling flights right and left. And so we're winging it. We got a couple cars over here we're gonna check out, and I guess we'll pick one and then we're gonna do a road trip to see my new project car. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked about this place. Let's look at this junk. I haven't seen these cars.
Okay.
Oh my.
Welcome to your nightmare.
Dude, Mike bought both of these things completely sight unseen. I've seen one snapshot, and I had no idea this thing was that ridiculous.
I looked at a single photo. I did not call either of the sellers to find out anything about either car. I just said to the guy in charge, hey, can you buy these? because these are awesome.
So we know nothing.
No, I don't even know if they run.
So the deal is we need to hurry up and get to our next roadkill shoot, which is in 3 days. And so we need to pick one of these cars that's going to survive, make a road trip to Tacoma, and then hope we can get on a plane to go shoot our next thing. So we got to pick the car that is going to actually survive.
Yeah, I don't know which one's going to get us there.
Is this a 4Runner? What is this?
I'm pretty sure that's a Sequoia that somebody cut in half.
Yeah, it has a completely vertical departure angle. Wow, that's pretty good. So this was an SUV.
Yeah, V8, 4.7 liter. They're really reliable and...
Oof, that's a lot of mud. The keys are in it because it's dinging at me. Oh, it has one mismatched tire.
Hey, this has got a winch.
Yep.
So
Let's take the one that has the heater that works.
that window's down. Does it go up?
Ooh, it runs.
Yeah.
Sounds full race.
Help
It wants
it,
to
help
go.
it. We
It
need
wants
this.
to. It wants to.
Not my fingers.
Watch your finger. Okay.
Okay, hey, look, we're... What, why is it going back down?
Hey, hey, no. Quit it.
No!
It started going down on its own. This could be fun.
As long as the window goes up or we tape over it.
It's got the LED light bar, so you know it can go off-roading. Man, when I walked up on this thing, I didn't even know what it was, partially because the back of it has been hacked off. I didn't know if it was a truck or an SUV, and here's why. It is, in fact, a Toyota Sequoia, the 2001 model, which is what this is, the very first year where they took that Tundra pickup and turned it into an SUV. And the only thing that's really different chassis-wise on them is that the SUV has got the multi-link rear end instead of leaf springs, which is why these guys were able to hack the thing off in the back and give it like a just vertical departure angle. It's kind of cool. The engine in this thing, Mike was showing it to me, it's a 4.7 I-Force V8. That's Toyota's 2UZ-FE engine, the 4.7 liter version. It is a dual overhead cam, 4-valve per cylinder engine. It's about 284 or 5 cubic inches. It makes 240 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. It's probably good enough for us. It's supposed to be 4-wheel drive. I can't wait to drive it. So far, this is more impressive to me than what I thought based on what I remembered from seeing the photo 2 months ago.
Let's look at the...
Jetta or whatever?
Yeah.
VW?
I bought this just because of the tires and the roof rack. I'd never seen a Jetta like this.
These cars are pre-roadkill, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This has got like a really super sketchy battery on-off switch hanging in the door. Look at that. The interior is pretty trashed. This is a stick, that has value. Oh, this window's down too. That's another demerit. It's got massive mud flaps in the back. It does say Jetta TDI.
Turbo diesel.
Yep.
According to Wikipedia, you are looking at one of Volkswagen's most prolific models of automobile. Since 1979, VW has manufactured over 14 million Jettas. And they came in 2-door coupes, 4-door sedans, even 5-door wagons. They're everywhere. Now, our particular Jetta here is a 2001 model. It's the Gen 4 of 7. Now, what you need to know about our GLS here is it is not a beast. It is front-wheel drive, and the inline turbo 4 diesel only makes 90 horsepower and 155 foot-pounds of torque. So we're not winning any races in this car. And the only question I really have here is, how can a Jetta with those tires and that roof rack not be fun in the snow? That's what we're gonna find out today.
See if it runs.
Okay. Here we go, firing up. Oh, I like it.
Okay, that's a plus.
Which one do you want to test drive first?
I am leaning towards right now, like my pick if I had to depart on a journey at this moment would be the Sequoia, but I do think we have to drive them both in order to decide.
So let's drive this one first.
Okay, we're gonna test drive the diesel, whatever this thing is.
Let's go.
Okay. Go right and we can explore anywhere we want to go. How cool is that?
All right. Okay, I don't want to over-rev it.
Good winter traction.
Yeah, I like it.
There we go.
Let's try second.
I don't know how deep any of this is. That's icy over there. Wow, this is like really cool to be able to go wherever we want to go and not even be in trouble.
If only we had a car that would actually go where we want to go.
Yeah, I was impressed by it so far. Oh, dude, my seat heater is working.
Sure you didn't just fart?
I may have loaded my shorts.
Woo, come on, car. All right, it's not a donut machine.
No. Ooh, drive underneath the big thing that looks like a Tonka toy I had when I was a kid.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna make me unreasonably happy. Oh, that was cool.
Where's the bucket?
I don't know why, but I really liked it.
All your childhood dreams coming true.
I had that Tonka when I was a kid. Played in the mud outside my room. It was great. Ooh, we're allowed to go inside buildings too, by the way.
Can we?
Yeah.
This place is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
I do want more horsepowers, though, I gotta admit. I love snow. I mean, I don't want to live in it forever, but I like visiting it.
Yeah, it's good for road killing. Wow, this place is derelict.
I like it because it feels a little dangerous,
Yeah.
but because it's snow, it's a happy kind of danger.
Oh, by the way, there's still active trains here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay then.
Yeah. Oh! I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Where's reverse? That's not reverse. Okay.
I'm not kidding about active trains.
Oh, I believe you.
We're stuck.
We might need that Sequoia sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Oh, you can do it. Oh, we're stuck.
We're stuck.
Okay. On the railroad tracks. I'll be getting out.
Hey now.
Oh, you're buried. Yeah, you're stuck bad.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Whoops. Let me just go get that SUV with the winch.
This is an actual active railroad, and I guess they're not coming today, so that's all good. So the crew drove the Sequoia over here, which I'm now going to use to extract Finnegan from the railroad tracks with the VW. I don't know how to work this winch. There's no controller, so I'm just gonna hook it up, lock the winch, and pull him. This will be my first time driving the Sequoia.
Oh, we're moving. Oh, almost. Go ahead. Oh, I'm gonna need a back massage now.
Okay, Mike, we got the remote control of the winch actually working now, so I'm gonna try and just tug on you. Are you ready? It's not gonna be a jerk. I'm gonna try and winch you.
10-4, I'll leave it in neutral.
Here we go.
Oh, it's working. It's working. For the record, you have yanked me across 2 railroad tracks. We are doing great. I think I'm good now.
Sweet.
All right. I believe that was a successful test drive of your vehicle, not so much mine.
I'm next. Woohoo! I'm having lots and lots of fun. Ooh, I'm gonna drive through my Tonka toy thing. Ah, fun. Ha-ha!
That was fun.
That was fun.
And we lived.
And we lived. I think we have a pretty good idea of these cars. So I think tomorrow morning we just have to like set up some competition and decide and then hit the road.
All right.
This accidental episode is fun.
I love snow.
I know, this is really good. Steak, love steak.
I love steak too.
Yeah, beer. Good morning and welcome for another day of action. Mike, far be it from me to actually do a safety inspection before we drive a vehicle, but I couldn't help but notice that somebody drove the wheel off that side of it. So looking over here, wait till you see the lift kit on this thing, which is eclipsed only by the butchery of the 2 1.5-inch wheel spacers that are stacked in order to make the track width wider. Look.
That is custom.
Did you see that?
Whoa, oh yeah. They're even labeled.
Yeah. Go ahead and have a look at the custom lift kit on that. It's got a spacer which isn't bad until you start to look how they've reinforced the upper control arm with a piece of coil spring.
I don't want my face near this.
Right.
That spring might just jump out and hit me.
It's pretty bad.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I still like it though. I still want to drive it.
Me too. Let's cruise around and find a place to like do a shootout and decide which one of these we're gonna hit the road with. Ready?
Engage. Do you have the 4-wheel drive button pushed?
Oh, do you need that?
Yeah,
Really?
it's electronic.
Oh. All of a sudden it says four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
That makes it no
And if you
near
didn't
as
want
fun.
four-wheel drive, you turn this off, and I think it will do better burnouts. Oh.
I think I might have broken something.
Oh.
I don't know what that was. Wow, that was loud. I think we're in two-wheel drive now. Two-wheel drive high? Yeah, that's officially two-wheel drive. Okay, you figured out how to make the four-wheel drive work. That's good.
Sweet.
Wow, this is cool.
Come on, wheel spacers, stay together. Stay
There's
together.
that.
Oh, there we go.
There we
go.
Little swing. Little swing. Yeah? Okay.
Oh, I love this thing. This is way better than the Jetta. That's a building. Oh, that's
ice.
That's electrical. I hit that.
We're in ice now. Think it'll back up?
After you push
Okay,
that
let's
little
see.
button that says
There we go with
4WD.
the little button. There we go.
Oh.
I could back right out of here if I had four-wheel drive. I think that's what it is. It's like the front end doesn't actually engage itself unless it rolls for a little while. So once you get stuck, you're just in trouble.
I'm now taking debris from the facility and repurposing it as traction aiding devices. So
Okay.
that one's working. You're up on it.
Yeah.
And as soon as that one grabbed traction, that one started functioning.
Okay. Well, that's our big problem right there. This one. Let's grab one and break through the ice right here. There you go. See, the problem is this truck claims to be four-wheel drive, but it's actually one-wheel drive. It has an open differential in the transfer case and open differentials in both axles, so all the power goes to the one tire with the least traction. Lame.
My philosophy in getting any vehicle unstuck is up and friction. If you can lift it up and give the tires some friction, you can move anything. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Should I ease into it or goose it?
Ease into it.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. Go! Woo!
Nice work.
Let's get back to the part where we're not laboring as much as we are right now. More donuting.
This is one of my favorite buildings. This is the ice rink in here.
I've never driven on a hockey rink. I felt like you were in reverse.
I know. Okay, let's get out of here. That was fun though. Bye-bye. Yeah, see, this is more fun. More speed, more throwing stuff around. The guy told me where I can run a drag race inside a building over here. He said his Crown Vic will go 90 miles an hour safely and get stopped inside the building.
No way.
Yeah,
In a building.
that's what he says.
I'm in. Let's go.
I think I know where it is. Let's find that. I don't know if we can do side-by-side drags, but maybe we can time each other or something.
Neither one of them are going 90. That's what I know.
No. I think it's up here. I think I found it. Right there.
Oh, this is so sketch.
Yep.
I love it.
It's not icy though. I feel safe.
It's narrower down there. I feel like we should be coming this way.
Think so?
This is the shutdown and it's wider.
That makes sense. So you can loop it here if you have to.
Yeah, this place is crazy.
Oh, well, the finish line can be the end of these yellow, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And you can blast through this ice puddle at 90. Do you think there's enough stopping room?
Only one way to find out.
So we can't do side by side. What are we gonna do? Stopwatch it?
Yeah, we just ride together.
Okay. 1962, all the way to 1964. In Chicago, they actually had indoor drag racing in the winter. They did it in this like big building that they used to organize cattle and stuff like that. It was only about 330-foot sprints, but it was the only known sanctioned indoor drag racing. And now I think this is going to be the first time we've ever drag raced indoors on Roadkill. This building used to have walls in it, but they were all made of asbestos, so the EPA's got them gone. We've got a roof here, and we've got over a quarter-mile of length. I guess what we're gonna do is not really drag racing, because we're just gonna do single car at a time because it's not wide enough. We're gonna time it for mile an hour. Initially, I'm gonna start at the very end there, and I think I'm gonna lift at those two gray pole bases that you can see down there, and we'll find out if we can get it stopped. And if we can, maybe we'll add some distance to that. So we wanna see which car can accelerate to the highest mile an hour, the Sequoia, or later on, the Jetta. On you.
And go. Oh, it's got some pep. It's got some pep. Woo-hoo-hoo. 28. 33.
How fast was that?
Your highest recorded was 41.
Wow, that's lame. We're gonna go more distance because stopping is no problem at all. Okay? I thought stopping might be an issue. Turns out it's really not. Maybe I need to manually shift this thing.
I want you to know, for the sake of your ego, after you lifted off the throttle and it continued to climb speed, I went with the highest number.
All right, lining up.
Go.
At my leisure. Smoking tires. Woo. First gear. Second gear.
Drive straighter. Oh, this is
Right
catchy.
there.
Brakes.
Plenty of room. See?
So the problem with that was I was so scared I didn't look at speed.
Oh, come on! I had threshold braking going in my favor.
I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die. So I didn't look.
Great. So I terrified Finnegan and he didn't get the data that we needed.
Well, the data was there. I was just too afraid to look down at it.
It was faster though.
It was. I saw 48, but I'm pretty sure you went over 50, but it was so sketchy that I just didn't look down at the end.
Yeah. Threshold braking actually is important. If you just stand on the brakes,
Oh, wait.
I would have skidded through the water and died.
Wait.
Does it have a peak measurement?
It does. You went 49.
49. Okay, he has data. 49.
I did not see some serious poop.
49. So are you comfortable moving on to the Jetta?
Yes.
I'm sure you are.
Yes. Let's go. I'd like to drive. It's pretty sweet that Montana lets things like this drive on the road.
If nothing else, this one's cuter.
Ready for this?
I think so. At your leisure.
Here we go. Oh, it's frying the tires, dude.
Oh, it felt like it. Oh, this is sporty. Phew! Blowing smoke.
Come on, car.
And lift. Dude.
Oh, there's that hole.
Dude, you smoked me.
Dude,
Absolute destruction.
there's way more there.
60.
What?
It went 60.
There's way more there because I barbecued the tires in first gear,
Yeah.
and then it over-revved and defueled and shut off.
Uh-huh.
And then I short shifted there. All right, so yeah, let's go
You
back.
know what to do. You can make it better.
Let's go back. Back up a little, hit up some of our launch area.
Oh, wait, you're cheating.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta short shift it.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's third or fifth. I think I'm in fifth.
Dude,
What?
77.
What?
77. Wow. 77.
I'm astounded.
That was big.
Wow.
This thing's actually fast. Whatever somebody did to hop this up actually worked. We've established that this thing is way faster than the, whatever it's called, Sequoia. What would you expect from a vehicle named for a massive tree? Trees aren't that fast.
Well, this one's named after the wind.
Jetta. I think next up, the final deciding factor is gonna be a figure 8 course that I've got like rooted out here among these buildings and snow and all this old debris.
Perfect. I haven't even driven the Sequoia, so I'd like to take that. And
Right.
You take this?
Yeah, we're gonna do the That way we will have both driven both cars, we can both get a feel for it, and we're gonna ride with each other in time.
Sweet.
Now we're ready for the snow adventure course. It's like a big figure eight kind of ish over there through a building and stuff. All right, bye-bye. Up. Won't start.
Oh.
Won't start, batteries, cables, weird. Have you seen this thing right here yet?
It's got stage fright.
This thing makes no sense. Nothing. We're trying to fire it to race this thing, and all of a sudden, the whole thing is dead. The wiring on this car is hinky. It had a whole big battery on-off switch in here. Mike just eliminated that, and now he's fixing a terminal on the battery so that we can have power and actually race the thing. But it's taking time and burning daylight. On.
Okay, fixed. The battery terminal was so corroded, it did not want to conduct electricity. I just scratched it up with a knife and tightened it back down.
Ready for this next level of funness?
Indeed I am. All right, so I'll time you at the pole here.
Okay,
You
ready?
Go for it. And start. Go Freiburger.
Okay, here comes the death. Oh. This is ice, though.
Oh, that's a rock, that's a rock. Okay,
I
good.
stood on the throttle and it pulled through. Front wheel drive for the win. There we go.
Yeah, it's a delicate dance. You
Yeah, it
over rev it and it's gonna defuel.
I see that.
If you under rev it, it's not gonna go anywhere. Oh! Oh!
So now I'm gonna turn. Oh, that's the fun part there.
Wow, nice turn.
That was the good part.
Nice execution.
Ah, front gear, come on. There we go. Oh, it's really hard to get it right. It either wants to over rev or
Takes finesse for sure. Whoa! Dude, this thing rules. Every corner where I thought we're running into a building and knocking it down. Nope.
As soon as it started to understeer, I figured out to stand on it and it turned in, even on the ice.
Dude.
All right, Sequoia, your turn.
All right, so here at our snowcross, the Jetta with Freiburger behind the wheel, did it in a minute. 36 seconds, 0.14. You got a round for that, so a minute and 40. Okay, I am so excited to do this.
On you.
I'll try two-wheel drive.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hit way faster than I was going. Here we go. Oh! Woo! You almost cleared the tabletop. Okay, that's concrete.
That is concrete.
Yep. Oh, that was sweet.
Come on, car.
Oh, that's concrete. That's a pole. Oh, that was pretty good.
No,
This is good. Now you gotta turn it in. Oh, ooh, I thought that was gonna hit. All right, did you stop me as we crossed the pole?
Yep.
Okay. Dude, 132.78. You beat me on the very first attempt.
Two-wheel drive.
Oh, that is key. So Mike beat me on his very first lap, 132.78. The thing is, with the automatic and not having to worry about the whole weird RPM fuel shutoff thing, you can just flat foot it.
Or I'm really good at this.
Nah, we gotta go again because you're so good at it. I think you're gonna pick it up now though. Ready? Oh. Here comes the tabletop. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is where you're making up all the time. There you go, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. Oh, you're way ahead this time. Okay, swoop it around. Oh. Don't knock the building down. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, you're doing good. Oh, oh. You might be wedged sideways in the building. Oh. There we go. You might still win. Oh. Okay, that time you only matched my time, 1:36.24.
Wait, we tied after I crashed?
Yes.
Nice.
Do it again. I'm waiting for you to break a wheel off. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ready? Oh! Oh! Woo! Okay, here's the big turn. Oh! 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 Nice. Any day you don't knock a building down, you're good. Oh man, that last one was the fastest one. He went 125, way faster than the Jetta.
I really like this.
That was cool. Okay, I gotta tell you, as soon as we arrived, I'm like, there's nowhere we're taking that Sequoia. I'm down with the Jetta. Once we drove the Jetta and this thing around, I'm like, I'm completely down with the Jetta. Once we drag raced, I was down with the Jetta. And now it's more up in the air for me. My big problem is honestly the wheel spacers on this thing are a hazard on the highway.
I agree.
We did just stress test them.
Well, you just said we stress tested it. If the wheel
a
was
lot.
gonna fall off, I ran into a house. The wheel was gonna fall off right there, and it didn't.
It's awesome. Okay, you know what? It's dark. We're leaving in the morning. Let's sleep on it. But let's go for some donuts because it's so much fun. And by the way, this hasn't happened yet. Oh, and I missed. All right,
I'm
let's
gonna be
go.
faster than that.
And we're off. Whip it good. Yee-haw! Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, we made the most roadkill decision ever and chose the Volkswagen. Why? This was like our sense of obligation to society to not drive the Sequoia down the highway with stacked wheel spacers. But in reality, it's because this has a driver's door glass. And also no oil in it whatsoever. It's been puking all over the ground for 2 days.
Want to pop the hood? I'll do the honors.
Okay. Oh,
Bingo.
got it. Ah. Whoa, what is that?
That is an inline 4 diesel, friend. 1.9 liters of fury.
It runs like a searless 3-cylinder 2-stroke diesel. Here's one thing I gotta say that completely amazes me about both of these vehicles. The Sequoia had 240-something thousand miles on it. The Volkswagen has 341,000 miles or so, or 347. And we're still beating on it. And I bet you it's never been rebuilt. We're out of here. Next destination is gonna be neighborhood of Yakima, Washington, where we're gonna find one of my new project vehicles.
Yakima.
Bought sight unseen. It's gotta be good. Since these two worked out so well.
It sounds like a choo-choo.
You could actually see the crank pulley from out here. Yeah, it's weird.
The snow is a lot rougher.
Yeah, it's not fluffy anymore. It's all crunchy. Ugh.
Donuts, maybe not so much today.
Just leave.
It's not me. Oh, throttle stuck, throttle stuck, throttle stuck,
Seriously?
throttle stuck. Yep.
No way.
That was not me, dude.
You're lying.
I'm serious. That was not me. Trust me, I didn't want to go this way.
Fire it back up.
Like my foot was off the throttle and it was wide open. Let me jiggle the battery cable just in
Okay,
case.
sure. We might be taking the Sequoia.
Dude, is it locked up? I was leaving the property and the turn was coming up. I meant to go that way. When I lifted off the gas, the throttle was just stuck wide open and now it doesn't want to crank.
Oh, dude, look at it. See, it pushed fuel all through the crankcase. Look how it's pouring oil out of the oil fill.
I mean, I don't know anything about diesels, but it's high pressure fuel injection, so.
Look, the engine is full of liquid all the way up to here.
What if we put too much oil in, dude?
We?
You said dump the whole thing, so I did. We're a team. It's roadkill.
It has 351,000 miles on it, and we kill it in 1 minute by overfilling it with oil?
I don't know how that works. I mean,
that's diesel.
It's a diesel engine.
Oh no, it's only down to there, but it's dripping off.
Yeah,
like
that's not like oil dripping off. That's, okay,
yeah.
It's dead, but maybe we weren't
not
the ones that killed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it drips off. It's fuel.
We are not the idiots you thought we were today.
It's dripping out of the intercooler.
Oh, that's not good.
Try and fire it up again. Oh, wait. It turned over a couple times.
I bet if we put enough voltage to it, we could get it to crank over and seize up all the way.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Even though I know nothing about diesels, this is all ungood.
I'm not quite ready to give up here. I'm gonna disconnect the lines to the mechanical injection and maybe bleed off pressure. That didn't really do anything. This thing had a rigged up battery disconnect switch on it, which we bypassed yesterday, and we let it sit all night connected. The battery could be dead. The battery light's on.
Really? Mike thinks that there's still life in this. He wants to try and jump start it and see if it'll actually run. I think it's history. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, the Sequoia might be the one we want to drive in. Even if we get that running, I don't know that I want to drive it anymore.
Okay, we're jump starting it here, and it seems to be doing kind of the same thing. Sometimes just click, sometimes crank about half a revolution, and then just die. What do you want to do?
Well, that cranked a lot and didn't go, so I think we killed it. Yeah. I might be able to fix the window, but we need to do something about the tires. Yeah.
I don't feel right about hitting the highway without knowing that one already broke off of this.
Yeah. Why don't we just take the spacers off, and then, you know, it's reasonably safe.
Like, if you take the spacers off, what's the problem? I guess it just doesn't steer because these are too big.
Yeah, like right now, the tire is only an inch away from the upper control arm.
Right. So we can put smaller tires on, and I'm okay with one spacer. It's the two spacer thing that's totally uncool.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take this back in the warehouse and we'll investigate how to fix the wheels.
All right, V-Dub. It was a good 351,000 miles. Bye-bye.
All right, change of plans. We're no longer taking the Jetta, but we need wheels for the Sequoia. So we're back inside one of the many warehouses here on the property to rob wheels off of yet another vehicle, this GMC Yukon.
So we're gonna take these off because it's the same wheel bolt pattern and try and install them on the Sequoia using no wheel spacers at all. Hopefully these tires are small enough that they actually fit. So that's kind of what we're doing. But we don't have jack stands, and so we've jacked up half the vehicle, slid one of the Sequoia wheels and tires underneath the rear differential. We're gonna try and remove this, set it down, and get it to rock enough to get the other side wheel and tire off. It's very roadkill. All right, so this one does have one spacer on there. I think this works.
All right, GMC wheels on a Toyota Sequoia. It doesn't look cool, but safety never did. So here's our double spacer arrangement, and this is why you don't want to do this, right? All the load of the wheel is on these wheel studs, okay? This doesn't index into anything. These studs are carrying everything, and they're prone to breaking. And if these break, then the wheel falls off. When you take this off, there's an index ring in here, and normally the wheel, all the load is transferred to the ring. That's part of this big steel hub, not these wheel studs.
Not only did we fix the wheels and tires, we also got the driver's side window up. So we're good to go. You ready?
Yes, let's go.
On the road again.
This may very well be the most luxurious vehicle in the history of roadkill. Once you look past the dirt and filth, and you find
just a Toyota.
You find cruise control functions. You know,
Seat heater.
windows are intact. There's a seat heater.
Yeah.
This feels like we're driving to Alaska again. Are we driving to Alaska again? Where are you taking us?
Yakima.
Yakima.
Yep. Since we're cruising in lap of luxury with nothing else to do but eat saltwater taffy, would you like to actually do some Q&A from fans on my Instagram?
Oh, yes, I would. Can I still eat the taffy, though?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
You can have it all. It's not good. This guy says, if you could get one lost Roadkill car back to own for yourself, what would it be?
Maserati.
Maserati?
It's the only one I can think of that's lost.
I guess lost, yeah. When did you realize that Homeless Dave would become a recurring character?
The second time?
That's pretty funny. Here's a good one.
All right.
Freiburger, what is the craziest thing you've done in the snow with a vehicle? We drove a Ranchero to Alaska.
Well, that was crazy because we just, like, you know, we drove on the Alcan Highway, which was completely snowed.
Yeah.
And we were just doing 50 to 70 miles an hour like it was no
The
big
whole
deal.
time. Maybe we should build some specific snow vehicle. This guy says, I'm about to clean my engine compartment. Any product you recommend? I really like the Castrol Super Clean, but do not get it on aluminum that you don't want to have etched, and don't leave it on glossy paint, but it does remove grease really well.
I was just thinking I haven't cleaned anything in so long, I wouldn't even be able to give you a recommendation of what to use.
Okay. Made it. Barely in the nick of darkness.
Oh, we can still see it though. That's it, right?
Oh yeah.
A little snow on top of it.
Buried in snow. This guy's got a cool place.
What year is that? That thing's sweet.
67. Let's check this thing out.
Oh, that's cool.
That snow's deep. We made it.
Can you believe it? 250,000 miles on this thing. Didn't skip a beat.
Oh, so far, this is exactly what I hoped it would be. Sweet. What we're looking at here is a 1967 Jeep Wagoneer. You may remember an episode of Roadkill Garage where Rick Payway and I went to Colorado and we worked in this like idyllic setting and rescued this Wagoneer. And I bought it because I wanted to build it into something very specific. And then, like normally happens with me, I was like, this car's way too nice to cut up and do what I want to do with it. So that one we did in Colorado was way too nice. I sold it for $3,500 and the guy offered it back to me for 10 grand recently. This one, I went on Instagram and I told my fans, you know what, it's time, I gotta do this. And this guy, Frank, up here in Washington came up with this one, which is like exactly what I was hoping for.
I like it.
I want to build the Dragoneer. It's one of those vehicles I'm building just because of the name. Totally cool. Original paint. This is a late 67 and it has the Buick motor.
And how fast are you trying to go in the Dragoneer?
As fast as it will be and still be completely drivable. So it's not a priority on, I gotta run 850. It's a priority on, I wanna make it fast, I wanna make it cool, but it has to be totally drivable. So honestly, if it goes anywhere like in the 10s, I'll be completely stoked.
So it's exciting at all times.
That's true.
Whether
Same
you're on
here.
the drag strip or the highway. That sounds really, really fun.
What an adventure, man. We didn't even plan to do this episode this way, and it came out so fun. I had a riot at the Kaiser aluminum plant. I can't believe we blew up the Volkswagen with 350,000+ miles on it. But then the Sequoia, once we changed the wheels and tires, it motored right down the road like a brand new car. And it too has like 230,000 miles on it. None of that's important to me right now though, because we made it here to see my new project vehicle. The 67 Jeep Wagoneer that eventually will become the Dragoneer. That's gonna have big power and be drivable and be fun, and who knows, maybe you will see it on an upcoming episode of Roadkill.
Freiburger, if you were gonna karaoke this evening, what song would you karaoke to?
Oh, I can always do some Gambler. On a warm summer's evening,
Wow.
on a train bound for nowhere.
Didn't see that
Met
coming.
up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep. So we took turns at staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook him and he began to speak. He said, son, I've made a lie.
Take you somewhere so you know I care, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I brought you daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't fly like they did last spring. And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired to share my nights. I wanna cry.
On Roadkill, we start out with the Hemi Gremmy, and it turns into a 450-mile rompin', jumpin', drag racing road trip in Finnegan's new pure race off-road truck. Who does this?
What? That's faster than my first car.
Hey kids, it's Hemi Gremmy time!
The Hemi Gremmy is a 1970s styled street freak, and it lived in my head for nearly a decade before we finally made it real on a couple of episodes of Roadkill with the help of Andrew and Matt Calkins. It's a 1975 AMC Gremlin with a 76 grille, and it sits on a shortened Model A frame with a straight axle up front and a 9-inch out back. It's powered by a genuine Mopar 426 Hemi, backed by a Gearstar 4L80E General Motors transmission. What this thing does best is burnouts, and we've never endurance tested it until now. We are road tripping the Hemi Gremmy.
It's pretty good, right?
This is my favorite time of year. It really is.
This is our opportunity to do Hemi Gremmy burnouts over a much greater distance. We're driving to Tucson.
Yes, it's road trip time.
You know what they're doing there is that Beyond 1320 event where they have the cars line up like at the sand pit past the finish line and race towards the starting line. So,
super sketchy. I love this. You're driving, right?
I hope that we can actually get there in time to do that without breaking the car on the way.
Oh, of course we will.
I don't remember anything being wrong with this car, but you know, my memory is pretty short these days. The one thing I know is it has no dipstick, and I hope it has enough oil in it. All right, heading to Tucson in the Hemi Gremmy. The Hemorrhoid Gremroid.
Machina Verde.
La Máquina Verde.
bump the whole street.
Oh, big bump. Oh, sorry. I couldn't see it in the shade.
It's the ride stiffer.
This is how I remember it. I always said it rides like a CJ7.
I don't know why. I thought it wasn't too bad before.
Are we gonna make it?
I put our odds at 60-40.
Really?
Yeah. I hear a little bit of a lifter tick.
I'm worried about the valve train noise for sure. How does this thing run so hot? It's 210.
Not enough radiator or fan or shroud.
That lifter sounds terrible. I'm gonna be way unhappy if we blow this up. Yeah, look at that, it's going to 220. And what's weird is moving air through it doesn't seem to help.
It's gone down a little bit.
Yeah. I missed our turn. So you're not asking where we're going?
Oh, I thought we were lost.
But we're lost on our way to CarTech to try and buy some paddle tires.
Oh, no way, it's right there. I haven't been here in years.
Yep.
I love this place.
I wanted to get paddle tires, but I don't think this thing's gonna survive paddle tires at this point.
I don't think it's gonna survive the highway.
Neither do I. Okay. All right, well,
Grimmy.
this thing is running really hot.
How do you overheat with a radiator that big and a fan that big?
I don't think the fan pulls enough air. I can't afford to blow up the Hemi.
I don't want you to blow up the Hemi, so let's pull the valve covers, and unless we just find a misadjusted rocker,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we need to get another car.
Let's take it apart. I don't want to think about it. Well, the number one problem here is the valve train noise. It's really loud, and I think it's a hydraulic roller lifter that's collapsed. So what I'm gonna do is fire it up, and I'm gonna listen on the valve covers to see if I can identify which side the noise is coming from.
This is loud, dude. Not really loud.
That side. That is way loud.
It got louder, too.
Yeah, it did. I have a special plier that works perfectly for this. You got it. Boom. What I'm gonna look for when we pull the valve cover is to see if there's a rocker arm that's actually loose. Here's standard routine when I pop a valve cover to start looking at problems for valve train situation. If you've got any kind of adjustable valve train, you can glance at the adjuster nuts and look at where the set screw is in relation to the nut. And look at all of these, how they're virtually flush, and then boom, you go to this one and you can see that that adjuster is backed way off, and you go, there's probably a problem here. And then you do this, oops. That's a disaster. It probably did beat up the push rod pretty bad.
I don't think it was ever adjusted. It's all the way up in there, right? And it's tight, right?
Ugh. It's ramrodded. It's trashed. How did this thing get that far backed out? That's wild. Once I got that rocker arm off, you can see that it's really beat up right here from having so much lash because this was pounding against it like that. And as a matter of fact, it took the aluminum material of the rocker arm and folded it over the steel adjuster screw. And so I can't get the screw to screw in. In other words, I can't get it adjusted properly now. And in addition to that, you can see that it's actually beat up the end of the push rod right here from having too much lash. It's very hard to discern. You can see that that's just a little bit goobered. Now look at that end and you see how it's supposed to look. So basically, we're not getting this fixed quickly. I could probably Dremel this out and get it adjusted and get it on the road.
Not to be the common sense guy, but do you really want to drive this any further?
Not really.
Because right now it's not destroyed.
Yeah, it's 20 grand worth of destruction or...
Yeah, we Band-Aid it and keep going and
I know.
Junk the whole motor.
Yep.
We need another car.
Well, that's something that we're not going to fix at the side of the road, roadkill style, essentially because I'm not willing to blow up my Hemi in order to keep going roadkill style. We're actually going to put this on a trailer and drag it back home to the company storage where we have all of our other cars. And I guess Mike and I will stand around and pick one. And we'll see you again soon with a different vehicle under our belt.
We're going to make it.
One way or another.
Somehow, some way. So yesterday, the Hemi Grimmy died, and we're sad about that. But as soon as that happened, I thought about something. I had a life-changing experience recently on the set of Freiburger and Finnegan, another show I do for Motor Trend, where I got to race the Roadkill vet cart against a legit Pro 2 short course racing off-road truck. I got a chance to drive that Pro 2 truck, and it changed my perspective about what kind of fun you can have driving any vehicle.
Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
And after driving that, I was like, these are the greatest things ever. And I went down the rabbit hole and tried to find a used one that I could afford, and I did. So behind this wall is a legit racing off-road truck with nearly 2 feet of suspension travel that you can jump through the air. And best of all, it has 2 seats.
This is gonna be so sick.
Oh my God. So today we're gonna drag this thing out. We're gonna put a Lexan windshield in it. We're gonna duct tape some taillights to it. And we're gonna continue on our road trip. We're gonna drive this truck all the way to Arizona, and we're gonna go drag racing with it. And probably off-roading along the way, because race truck. So I don't have all of the concrete info about this, but if it's really close to a legit Pro 2 truck, it's supposed to have like 18 inches of travel in the front and 20 in the rear and like 700 horsepower.
Yeah, I read the rules for it.
I don't think this has 700, but who cares?
It doesn't matter.
This is gonna be amazing.
It looks like a Raptor.
Oh man, look how long the control arms are.
It's got like a 1 billet arm, and the rest of it's all fabricated. Chromoly, I assume. As you can see, this thing is actually 2-wheel drive. It's just got massive long control arms so that it has a bunch of down travel, probably up too. The engine starts right here. So yeah, it's way far back. Oh dude, your dash panel is trick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I've seen 12 pictures of this truck.
It's got like the winter style gated shifter. Looks like it's a Turbo 400, it's a 3-speed.
I fit. I totally fit in this.
Oh, that's good, because it would be a poor purchase if you're like, oh, I don't fit in this. Oh, the radiators are back here.
Yeah, they're huge too. Can I start it?
Try.
On.
That's a lot of cooling. That's a lot of airflow too. I can feel the wind all the way up to here. Look at the fuel safe cell.
Wow. So here's the thing. Cast your mind back to the episode of Roadkill where we took the muscle truck to the sand dunes, and Finnegan just went ahead and sawzalled my whole fender off. And for so many years, people have like quoted you with the, we'll just make a flange and Zeus it right back on.
We'll go home, we'll save this piece, flange it, Zeus it back on there.
People do not know what Zeus means. I found out that most fans think that you were like saying, Zeus, the god of lightning, I'll just weld it back on. Yeah, he's just gonna make a flange and Zeus it right back on. It'll be mint. Okay, this right here is a Zeus fastener. It is spelled D-Z-U-S. It is a quarter-turn fastener. It came from the aircraft industry in the 30s. So hot rodders figured them out, and that's how they began to attach panels like this. You can see that there's a little spring and a clip here, and you put a dimple-dyed hole in a panel, and you just Zeus it right back on, and this thing is loaded with them. So there you go. Educational moment on Roadkill.
We should go drive straight to a hardware store.
Normally, I would be the guy saying that this thing is way too expensive and fantastic for Roadkill, but I don't care because this is going to be so much fun. And I don't think that you understand the actual absurdity of trying to drive this thing in town and on the highway all the way to Tucson. And that's gonna be the big challenge. Will we or won't we get arrested? So we're gonna do brake lights, windscreen, headlights, and stuff like that.
Yeah. How about the brakes? Brakes are pretty good. Trans feels good. I can't see anything. We need mirrors, like right away. We need mirrors? That too. The rev limiter. That's weird. Oh, you're really close to the wall. The truck is wide, remember that? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You were right on it. We have some issues. I don't know if I can get out without scalding myself.
Just do it quickly.
Whew, it's hot.
Okay, that was toasty.
This side is way tighter than your side. Trying to get out without touching anything is the key.
Well, it wasn't built for a passenger, but it's got one now.
Fun though, it rides good.
Yeah.
The RPM limit is not gonna cut it.
Yeah, that was weird. It had a 3,500 RPM rev limiter that worked 90% of the time, but then once or twice it wasn't there.
I think it's temperature related. I think they want to see the trans warmed up before you romp on it or something.
The heat is a problem.
The windshield.
Like, I think as long as we're moving, it's not bad, but it used to get stuck in traffic and my left leg was on fire.
Oh, completely. My knee is up against the header.
Once we get to the jumps, all of our problems go away.
100%.
So we're doing some further investigation right now. The engine didn't want to rev over 3,500 RPM, so now we've taken off all the panels up here.
The heads on this engine are 241 casting, so I assume it's a 5.7 liter in LS1, but it has a 5.3 style truck intake manifold that's mounted backwards.
Wow.
That was easy.
This truck rules. Maybe took 5 minutes and disassembled the whole side of it so I could get in here and access the brake pedal so I can mount this switch. And this switch will be providing power to our new taillights.
You are witnessing the moment that my life changed forever. Let me tell you about this life-altering piece of equipment. Now, see, it's pretty normal in the roadkill world to take a set of magnetic, portable trailer lights and use them as taillights and turn signals or just brake lights on the back of your vehicle. But have you ever seen the wireless transmitter? This does not require any wiring between that doohickey and the back of the vehicle. All I'm gonna do is take a power wire, run it through a switch on the brake pedal, and run it into this thing, and it is gonna tell the lights at the back of the vehicle what to do with no wires whatsoever.
Okay, so brake,
Nope,
off. On,
no brakes at all.
off, okay? Running light.
All right, we got those. No, brake lights are off. Now they're on.
What? They're on right now?
Oh no.
This is a momentary off switch, not a momentary on.
It's out of a late model Chevy truck.
Oh, you got a brake light switch for a brake pedal?
Yeah,
Yeah, that activates when you release, so this switch won't work.
it's worked for me in the past. I mean, I never followed me, so maybe it didn't, but. So I just went to the parts store and got another momentary button. The difference is this momentary button is normally open. So when the button is up, these two don't make contact. The button we had before was normally closed. So when it was in the up position, these two were connected. So your taillights were always on until you stepped on the brake and then your taillights went out, which is backwards. So this should be a good solution.
We have rear view mirrors. Genius.
There we go. It needs to go up. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see with that.
Okay.
And if cop pulls us over, we got mirrors. We got a dome light.
This thing has all the amenities.
Dude, this is great, and I can still get out.
And it looks so good.
Oh, dude. All right. So we need to run wires up front for the lights, and then I can throw this back together. We can ground it to the back of the tab for the hood right there.
Do we have a relay, or how are we gonna do it?
They're LEDs.
Oh, great. All right, want me to start zip tying?
Sure.
Okay, ready? We're gonna check our light bar.
Ready? It's something.
It's light.
20 feet. Man, this is light.
Yeah.
All right. Look at them body lines. Look at the fender gap. Chipped Foose. He's gonna be looking for me after he sees this episode. He's gonna be like, hey, buddy, get on down here to Huntington Beach. Help me build some cars.
Flip the light on so I can aim. Oh, done.
Nailed it.
We've got a lot of stuff handled so far. We got a headlight, brake lights, all that stuff. What else did we fix? I can't even remember.
Pretty much that's it. That took the whole day.
Oh, really? That was it?
The whole day.
Oh, wow. Okay, we didn't get much done. Now we're putting a windshield on. Okay, this is a piece of Lexan.
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
And note we're using Lexan, not plexiglass.
Right.
Because plexiglass shatters, and we're all about safety here. This will not shatter. It's like Christmas Day. Opening up presents we bought for ourselves.
There. Oh, that's perfect right there. So the trick that we did here was to drill holes all the way around the edge of the Lexan windshield and then just use these zip ties to zip tie the Lexan to the roll cage.
And it rarely rains in Southern California, so we'll be fine without windshield wipers.
Ready? We gotta be careful. People are gonna start hiring us to make their vehicles legal. So the mirror's pretty good?
Cool. This is so cool.
Let's go. Frustrating. Much better with a windshield.
Yeah.
If we filmed this in, it would be like no wind at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should do the vent windows.
Vent windows.
It feels like we're going really slow.
Yeah, I'm getting burned over here bad.
Yeah, my leg's on fire.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something about that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's unbearably hot. I'm in shorts and sandals. I think I'm actually getting burned. When you're in neutral, will it go past 35?
I'll try it next time we stop. It's past it now.
It's okay now?
Yeah.
Something heaved up. Ah, man, that is frustrating. I gotta get out. I'm getting burned over here pretty bad.
Okay. Ride with them. The alternator light came on. We're down to 11 volts.
Don't shut it off.
Nope.
We gotta hurry. It's running out of power. We gotta hurry. It's a new day, but we still have rev limiter trouble. We're gonna go see race driver Doug Matag, who actually used to run these Pro 2 trucks, and he might be able to help us out with the problem. Cool. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
David Freiburger.
Doug, nice to meet you.
You too.
You guys got some mirrors on there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some windshield? I'm excited to see how it goes.
How it drives?
It doesn't track straight at all. When you get going, you're just like constantly like this. It
they're
will
touchy.
not.
They're super sensitive just because
Yeah.
in the dirt, you know, when you grab the wheel, it's less gnarly as when you're hooked up on pavement.
But that's the least of our worries. Our big problem is the stupid thing won't rev past 3,500.
Okay.
It's wild.
Yeah, I say we pull the hood off and some panels and
Okay.
see if we can figure out what's going on.
Cool. Thanks.
This is actually the company I bought this truck from. This was their old demo truck. They would take it to off-road races and give people rides in it, which is why it has 2 seats. They also have parts for this thing. We're gonna get an alternator to fix our charging issues. And with any luck, by this afternoon, we're playing in the dirt.
This is Chad, that's Doug. Chad's thinking that the rev limiter is not built into the ECU. He's thinking it's another problem, perhaps with a sensor or perhaps with the voltage from the alternator. Looks like it's not charging.
So right now, Freiburger and I are blowing apart all the paneling so that we can get to the exhaust, because we're gonna wrap the exhaust to try to keep the heat out of the compartment. And Doug is taking out our old alternator, which for sure is not working.
Our Duralast alternator, 140 amp, just a stock application. We told him it was a 2004 Chevy truck. It seems to be the right one.
Can we fire it up and check this new alternator?
Oh, yeah.
14.
Hey, now we got voltage. And now we have 14 volts at idle, which we never had before, so that's good news. Whether it fixed the Rev limit or not, I don't know, but we'll probably go blast it up and down the street before we put it all back together to find out.
Finnegan is going to drive the thing and romp on it and see if the voltage might have solved the rev limiting problem. So far, so good.
Fixed. No more rev limiter.
And it's just loud enough to set off the car alarm. Let's see what he's doing, or listen. I think it's fixed.
All right, we are back in business. No more rev limiter. I did it again. I spoke too soon. 2 times it was fine. Turned around, came back, just started doing it. It does it in neutral too.
And the fact that it's doing it and
does
not
that.
doing it seems like it's definitely electronic. Like,
Yeah, it's very defined. It's 3,500. You know, under that it's fine, and when it gets past that, it's fine. It's just
The freakiest thing is it's not consistent.
yeah. Now it's working.
We're still struggling with this whole RPM limit thing. At this point, we're thinking it might be a coolant temperature sensor, as strange as that may sound. As I guessed initially, it won't let it rev unless the engine's up to temperature. That seems to be what we've learned from unplugging all the fans and letting the engine get hot, but we're still fiddling. Let's just unplug the sensor and try it.
All right.
We finally figured it out. All morning we've been messing around with this problem of the rev limiter hitting at 3,500 RPM, and it turns out it was what I guessed that it was yesterday. It has some sort of a rev limiter in it that is affected by the coolant temperature sensor. We unplugged the coolant temperature sensor, fixed the problem. So it's the sensor itself that went bad. He's gonna triple verify that by driving it. Oh, and he just blew the whole roof off the truck. And it's all over the street.
The roof just fell off.
But hey, it's all a victory because we obviously fixed the rev limiting problem. This is the GoPro that was on the roof of the truck that just blew off and hit the street. You unbolted this.
Whoops.
But it's fixed. So bottom line, coolant temperature was overriding both the fan switch and seemingly working invertedly, like it would not let it run right.
When it was dead cold,
Yeah.
it was turning the fans on.
But we should get a new temperature sensor and plug it in so that the ECU is actually tuning the engine properly. Okay, I'm using self-adhesive heat shield. Oh man, that is gonna be awesome. Wow, I got that stuck on there nice.
Cool.
I'm gonna use this junk on the inside to sort of pad my knee. Great.
Our charging problem is solved. We're about to put a new coolant temp sensor in here, which should fix the fans turning on when they shouldn't be on, and should also make sure this runs at the right operating temp so that it stops misfiring. And then after that, it's just throw the body on it and quickly throw it on a trailer because we're gonna haul it to Glen Helen, and then tomorrow, we road trip to Arizona. Just when I think this day can't get any better, we come here. Dave, where are we?
Glen Helen Raceway. I can't wait. You know what the thing is? We cheated. We put the thing on a trailer to get here fast enough. I think we're gonna take laps solo to get used to it and then probably ride together.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to both croak at the same time, then there's no show.
Let me just leave you with these final words. It will never look better than it does right now.
Oh, dude. I was gonna say something, but it's just gonna offend my wife, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna get in.
Race it! There we go. There we go. Well,
It's super, super fun.
these jumps, when you go this way, it looks like the jumps drop out from under you.
Yeah.
Like the truck falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
It's fun.
Now we're on the main straightaway. You can see the grandstands in the background. He's got 3 jumps. He's parked on the first one. Second one's under this arch. Third one's actually leading into a turn over there. Let's go! Oh, that's pretty good. That's fun. Good one. Little nosedive. Nice. Yeah. Oh, he's getting bold. It's getting better.
There we go. He's got his helmet. Oh, dude, it was incredible. I'm in love with it.
Okay, let's have fun. It's like a roller coaster that you get to control.
It really is.
Woo! Oh man, that was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Smile on my face the whole time, dirt in my teeth. Unfortunately, whatever I did to block the heat on the passenger side is a no-go. I mean, it's actually burning me. I've missed my opportunity to go full on with the truck because it's getting too dark for the video crew, but I'm gonna just take it around once.
Yeah! He's doing great. Yeah! Woohoo! Oh, dude, it's so fun to watch. Yeah, dude! That was so great! Oh! Yeah! Dude,
It's amazing!
right?
I can't see a thing!
Dude, you had all 4 off.
Yep.
Oh, it was so cool to watch.
I know, it's so fun.
We just got done having the time of our lives driving the off-road truck. The problem is, when Freiburg got in and rode shotgun, he was melting. It's still unbelievably hot on the passenger side, which is where the exhaust pipes run.
What we're trying to do here is actually wrap the header that's on my side of the truck because it's that far from where my knee sits. But to do that, you have to get through all of this different stuff. There's inner and outer skins, a seat, a console, and then the inner skin that's actually touching the header. And so it's just very difficult to get all this stuff that's this big out of a hole that's this big. There we go.
It's a convertible.
Right there. This can go up through here. You can ratchet strap it right there and we're done. Okay. Finally, we uncovered the entire problem. And it's really no surprise that I'm dying in this thing. Let's have a look. First of all, 1 inch on the other side of that piece of sheet metal right there is a header tube, and that is baking my knee. Right here, that is the header collector for the other side of the engine passing by right next to me over there. This right here is radiator tubing. So that's also radiating heat right there. And there's no panel here, so all of the heat that is being captured by the transmission and the belly pan and everything is blowing right up forward at the back of my legs right there. And of course, let's not overlook Mr. Itty Bitty Magnaflow right here. And I think we're gonna try and solve it by putting that header wrap stuff, because this is bad. Man, this has been a major process. We got all of the header wrapped in there. We wrapped both of the radiator hoses. I've wrapped this entire header. Mike got the front half of it. I've got this shield here. This is no fun, but I'm gonna be much more comfortable later. Well, I guess all we have left to do here is put the body panels on. Mike made some new vent windows out of Lexan, and then I think we're gonna take off. And at this point, I think no matter how badly I'm like parboiling myself, I'm gonna be required to suffer about 70 miles till we get to Palm Springs.
Hey, we got headlights.
Not bad. Yeah, you go out there.
Oh, dude, the light's working good.
Goodbye, Glen Helen Raceway. It's getting hotter over here, but it is so much better.
Oh, good. We're doing it.
We are driving it on the street.
Yes, we are.
We made it street legal, and I am comfortable over here.
Nice. I did it again. Oh my God.
Palm Springs, home of beautiful and effective wind farms.
We did a lot yesterday. We raced the truck. We spent about 6.5 hours making it so that you didn't melt on that side of the truck.
It was good.
Then we hit the highway, which was pretty good, except some of the things we did to turn this into a street vehicle backfired.
When we put the windshield in the truck, it prevented all the airflow from going through the radiators. So I think what we're going to do is cut the vent windows out of it and hit the road, and if that fixes it, then we're happy. And if it doesn't, then we go to the hole saw.
Yeah, we're gonna try really hard to keep the windshield because street truck.
Street truck. Okay, Mike, hear me out.
Yes.
So this truck grills my leg, cuts me all up, throws me up in the air, makes me barf at the end, and I'm smiling and laughing the whole time. I call it teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki. You just named the truck. Wow. Say hello to teppanyaki. Wow, I like it.
Plow some holes into that baby.
I feel like this is gonna help. Taking the side windows off totally helped.
It did help, but not good enough. Here's your center.
There you go.
Zap it. Oh, I was just gonna make 2 rows.
I'm gonna do whatever you tell me. That way, if it doesn't work.
It's my fault, 4 holes.
Indeed, 4 holes, okay.
Okay. There you go. Look at the alignment. Bam!
You can do your set.
Oh, no way. No, you're doing so well. Look at it. Man.
Okay, so lean it towards the bottom.
Whoa. Wow. And it's too far of a lean, too. Now my foot is caught.
You're complaining? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, you're not kidding. I don't want to break the Lexan. This is butchery.
I mean, we've not done worse.
We're road killing it.
That one's pretty good.
The alignment's actually somewhat acceptable. I think we're gonna hit the road again.
The holes in the windshield are working. It's actually surprising. I guess that's actually a lot of area. 6 3-inch holes.
I guess it's my turn to drive.
This is a traffic circle on the California-Arizona border, and ran out of gas in the traffic circle.
I feel a minor victory in the fact that we even made it to Arizona, where they really don't care what you drive on the street. That's good enough.
Yeah. Yesterday was amazing.
We have driven the thing legit 250 miles so far.
Yeah, because never forget, this trip started out in a Hemi-powered Gremlin that he was going to drag race. And hopefully it's going to end with you drag racing this, which does not have a Hemi. So,
let's go.
We ran out of gas. No way. Now, as soon as we decide to go off-roading, we run out of gas. It's amazing. It's still running. That was rub limiter. Oh. It cooled off. Oh, yeah, it cooled off. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully it's just a bush or something. It's coming up from the bottom.
well, that was fun while it lasted. We started to smell something. I thought I ran over some tumbleweed, and then I lost the steering, so.
Yep, the belt came off. That means the whole shebang needs to come apart.
I feel like we're good at it now. Hey, there's no belt on that.
Nope.
Cut in half and broken in half. Fortunately, we saw this coming and actually bought 2 spares.
I'm glad this happened at the end of our excursion through the dirt because once the belt was gone, that hydraulic steering basically locked up.
The belt works. All we have to do is put all the panels back on and we're out of here. We're driving down the road, all of a sudden we both smelled the rubber, which actually smells like burning wood again, which is the belt. And I thought it was overheating. He says it's not overheating, but we had no charging.
This is the second belt we've broken today. This idler pulley is absolute junk, and it's heating the belt up from the friction, and then the belt's breaking. And I'm hoping this is like a standard Chevy truck part that we could maybe go get at our local parts store.
That guy right there.
Looky, looky. This is our old pulley. It's a plastic pulley and the grooves are absolutely wasted, and this one does not have that problem.
All right, now you get to bet, will it break again in the 100 miles between here and Tucson?
Good.
That looks smooth.
Looks good.
All right, let's go to Tucson.
Let's try. We're 40 miles outside of Tucson Dragway and we ran out of gas again, so we filled it up, no big deal. We take off and the guy behind us is like, "You're leaking something." We figured it was fuel, but Mike got out and looked, and this is actually water, like out of the radiators. So we're breaking into a part of the truck that we've never seen before to try and figure out what went wrong. This is gonna be a big operation. The semis are way too close to us here. We're actually gonna move down the road to some place where we're not gonna get killed.
This is what we call roadkill troubleshooting by ignoring. We don't know what happened with the water on the side of the freeway. We drove here, it's fine. So we're gonna make our headlight work and keep moving. Let me get the wiring out here.
I'm gonna tell myself it was the puke hose puking, which shouldn't happen because it wasn't hot. And then we got back on the highway, it puked once more, and then it stopped.
Tucson Dragway. You realize that we drove this thing almost 450 miles?
Riverside, California to Tucson, Arizona. Yes, sir.
Actual victory. We made it.
God, we're good.
Oh, and I never have to get back in the passenger side again. How long ago did your event end? 5 hours ago. But hey, our brother Matt has met us before. And so he stayed here, and apparently we still have lights on and we can still make a pass down the drag strip.
That scoreboard is lit up, my friend.
Dude, I'm so stoked for this.
The goal here is to do a burnout and then just, break the beams and see what it'll do. It'll probably run out of gear before the 8th mile mark. But just the fact that we took a race truck that's designed to run 20 minutes at a time on an off-road track, and we drove it from California to Arizona, huge win for me. I love this truck.
Let it rip. Warm up, come on. We let it cool off too much.
Yeah, that's enough burnouts. You may want to loop it around a couple times.
Yep.
Earlier today, I noticed how giant the rear Pro-Am brakes are on this thing. And I thought, man, those are aggressive. And just now, he was trying to do a burnout without a line lock, so his foot's on the brake. So the front brakes and the rear brakes are all working at the same time, which makes it really hard to do a burnout. And they were clamping so hard, they were sparking. Like, those were sparks shooting out of there, which makes me love this truck even more.
Hey, slalom. Yeehaw. This thing is just fun to drive. It went over 3,500. Now I have to see if I can pull up to the drag strip and stage and leave before it cools off enough.
Whoa, double bulbs himself. He's ready. What? Dude, this thing's pretty good. You see that hole shot? Not out of gear yet.
I did it! Hey, it's Roadkill, we didn't fail!
What? It went 1399 at 94 miles an hour?
We went all the way! Oh man, and it's still in one piece! Oh, no it's not. I lost the alternator belt. Ah, we better kill it. All right, well, the drive belt is gone, but I don't care. That was all win. Good times. I broke your truck, belt came off.
Don't care at all.
Really?
Dude, that was the gnarliest pass I've seen in a long time.
How's that possible?
Start to finish.
Really?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
During your burnout, you were shooting sparks 10 feet past the back of the truck, right past the gas tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Off what?
The brakes. The brakes were sparking everywhere. I was like, damn.
Hardcore metallic pads.
Then you go up to the starting line like a boss.
Double bulb myself.
You double bulb yourself. No tire spin. It just goes.
Yep.
I was like, wow, it leaves pretty hard. Okay, this is good. This is good. You get to the half. You're not missing shifts. This is going good.
And it goes out the back at 6,000 RPM.
1399, dude.
What?
At 94 miles an hour. Yes.
What? 1399?
Yeah, this is a 13-second off-road truck.
Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't a 14.0. I'd be so hacked off. And now we get to walk home, because I'm not in the mood to help you fix the belt.
We're out of belts, dude. There's nothing to fix.
All right, then we're done here.
1399. Unreal. Unreal.
I finally got Finnegan to do off-road stuff on Roadkill. The key, speed, and jumps. And I know this truck is really kind of off our normal plot, but come on, who drives a genuine off-road race truck 400 plus miles on the highway? And who drag races them? And if I know Mike Finnegan, he's gonna have 700 plus horsepower in this thing sooner than later. And if that happens, I can guess that you will probably see it in a future episode of Roadkill.
All right, here we go. If we're talking to camera, we go to you, Chris? Yep. Okay. I broke your truck. I don't care.
Really?
It was firing. Oh.
That's probably a fail.
This is why we can't have nice
Sandbags.
things.
So here's what it's gonna be. Hello, Matt, Tucson Dragway. Yeah, Roadkill here. We're gonna go ahead and leave Finnegan's truck blocking the exit road to the drag strip. Yeah, I know it's not the worst we've done. All right, see ya. That's all you gotta do.